Sports Network presented by Hyundai.
Secures home court advantage throughout the Eastern Conference. Was knocked away from Donovan Mitchell. That pass by Garland is tipped and grabbed by Keon Ellis. He'll find a trailer into Rosen. Off to Lyles for a corner three as Lyles gets the Kings on the board. Monday night with us. The Cavs are 62-15. Max Strus down the lane. Floats over Sabonis and drops it through.
Yeah, nice take by Max Strus. Coming off that little fake pick right there by Jared. Sabonis have to shift to a different level. Nice job by the Cavs.
Sabonis straight away off to Lyles. That was tipped by Rosen. Finds Lyles. Lyles loves those corners. He misses that time. That's batted out of bounds where the Kings used a 76-point second half to top the Cavs. 123-119. Mitchell gets fouled. Shooting a three by Zach LaVine. The Kings in that ball game were without both LaVine and
Donovan as he shot that ball.
Well, the acquisition of LaVine is one of a number of drastic franchise-altering decisions made by Sacramento. Mike Brown won 48 in 46 games to San Antonio. He was a man who many thought would be the face of this Sacramento.
You know, still young enough and in the prime of his career, a prolific scorer. They've got some nice pieces on this basketball team, and health is always going to be the main issue when you have a guy like DeRozan and Sabonis. The guys getting a little bit, you know, DeRozan's been in the league 16 years, so they can stay healthy. Boy, they're a really good basketball team.
Certainly has a more veteran field in his club, as here is LaVine. He is a familiar face along with DeRozan. They played the last handful of seasons in Chicago as Sabonis with a good pump fake, got Mobley in the air, and he'll lay it in. Sabonis is leading the NBA consecutive season. Garland uncorks a long-distance three that's rebounded by Lyles. Sabonis grabs 14 a game this year.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised he didn't make the All-Star game. I mean, he really has had an unbelievable season, past 3 seasons. So steady, just workmanlike attitude. Great young man, works really hard on both ends of the floor, and chip off the old block. His dad was one heck of a player as well.
Sabonis was All-NBA third team each of the last 2 years as Garland tears inside. He left Keon Ellis behind.
Nice job by Darius. Basketball, keeping it in front of him, not letting him get it beside him or behind him. He keeps it in front. Boy, he is difficult to stay in front of.
DeMar DeRozan loves the mid-range. This time he'll dump off to LaVine. Back to Lyles. Lyles couldn't shoot it. Strong multiple efforts by the Cavs. DeRozan again opts not to take that three. He gets bailed out, however.
The basketball can do that to you as a defender. It's a nightmare.
Well, the Cavs were last in action on Friday in San Antonio. They survived a late charge victory. The Cavs now have won 62 games. That's the second most in a single season in franchise history. It also was the Cavs' 29th road win of the season. They swept their 15th opponent of the year. The Cavs with that win over the Spurs.
A lot of teams would take their road record as their home record. Incredible.
Take the big Mobley dunk. Cavs this season are 29-10 on the road.
Absolute remarkable.
The superlatives go on and on. Lyles. No. Good side rebound is hauled in by Donovan Mitchell. We're tied at 7. We're 3 minutes in. Strus surveys. Splits a double. Lost it momentarily. Recaptures and resets. He'll lob to Allen. Allen had great position inside. He'll lay it up and in.
Nice job by Jared Allen holding DeRozan. Strus, he couldn't go away from that. Donovan makes himself such a big target. Nice pass.
DeRozan, another pump fake. Gets him loose. He is a big, strong hombre. Is Sabonis. Much like his father Arvydas, as you mentioned, Brad, a rookie in the NBA at the age of 31. Was his father Arvydas. Mobley for three. The start he had. Wow, what a rebound by Strus. Back it goes to Garland. Strus in traffic. Mitchell got it. Second effort by Max Strus. Turns into a Mitchell triple.
Yeah, those second effort opportunities is what we're focusing on as a basketball club, getting second chances. In the NBA, we're such a good shooting basketball team. We get second possessions, we're usually going to make those, so got to fight for those.
Foul is called on Allen. Sabonis would not be stopped. He lays it in.
I think he meant to hit him with that elbow. It should have just been a play. Let him play.
A foul on Allen, by the way, is his apiece. Garland shovels to Strus, goes and gets it back, has an alley, finds Mobley, who makes a terrific catch and a better spin move as Mobley cracks it home.
Yeah, that was a heck of a move by got close pretty quickly defensively when he caught that basketball and was a little bit behind him. He's so strong and so quick, elevated up to dunk that basketball. Fantastic.
DeRozan left it short. Mobley had 18 of his 25 points in the first quarter in San Antonio on Friday. Mitchell took his time. He glided toward that basket. On the run. Remember, the tickets for the Cavs playoff. It has been rocking inside this joint all season.
Been treated this year with just excellent basketball play night in and night out. More to come.
DeRozan picked up by Mobley. The shot clock dwindles. Pass finds Levine, and the former Bulls teammates hook up for three, and we have a timeout on the floor. 7:03 to go here in the first.
That's fantastic. What a great young man. Just being a great part of his community, and what an honor, a true hero. Fantastic.
Accidental contact there, but that's not something that can be looked at. And here's Ty Jerome back on the floor. What, you want more things to be looked at? You want more things to be looked at?
Adam Silver's getting a list for me in May.
The guy who can
these games, put these reviews. It's ridiculous. It's too long.
6.5 to go here in the first. Good to see Ty Jerome back on the floor. It's the last 5 games dealing with a knee injury, and DeRozan gets inside. He'll lay it up and in. This guy has been doing this for a long 16th season out of Southern Cal as Hunter fresh off that Cavalier bench.
Well, we just see Hunter every game come in. I keep calling him the Predator, man. He just is hunting for that offense, aggressive on defense. He is not shy to put the Cavs on his back and let it happen. Love it. And you're right, DeMar DeRozan, he hasn't lost a step, man. He's been in the league 16 years.
Still fun to watch. Sabonis left it short after grabbing the offensive rebound. It's tipped to the corner by Garland and retrieved. Hunter hit 4 big threes in San Antonio 2 nights ago. What a move there by Garland. Rebounded by Lyles. There's Ellis. The man Garland turned around. He leaks out and dunks.
Like I said, before the game down there, he just has not aged at all. He's taken very high level.
Good human being, too.
Oh, he's a fantastic young man.
Really good for this game as Allen grabs the offensive rebound, sends one up into the rafters. It's grabbed by Ellis, 2-on-1. He has Levine. Levine, the former slam dunk champ, with the finish, and we're tied at 21.
You know, the deal is with these young guys that even in my era, and we had great athletes, but the way they take care of themselves and the way they condition themselves and the way they eat, think, and take care, it's at an unbelievable level. And I think we need to recognize how great these young men are as the best athletes in the world. The game is phenomenal. I don't care what anyone says. These guys are unbelievable. You got Jared Allen, Evan Mobley out guarding guys 20 feet from the basket. They couldn't do that in my era. None of those guys. You got to respect that.
Well said. Here's Ty Jerome. Jerome gets 2 feet in the paint. His floater doesn't go. Strus to save it. He got it back into Jerome. Back to Hunter. Hunter thought about it. Relays to Garland instead. The King lead is 23-21. Garland slow walks in toward Lyles. Now bursts to the basket. His floater, however, is rebounded by Sabonis. Levine's pass, Jesus, picked off. It was right at Ty Jerome, who read it as Jerome stops, floats, and scores. Welcome back, Ty Jerome.
Yeah, he was great. Just did a great by the Cavaliers. It's just from Reed. I think on the offensive end, the Cavaliers need to take their time and execute. They're trying to force things at times to match shot for shot.
Has checked in. He'll join Jerome, Hunter, Mobley, and Donovan Mitchell. Here's Mobley back on the floor. He gets fouled, could not finish. DeRozan, fellow USC alum, commits the personal and sends Mobley to the line.
Nice post up.
Both DeRozan and Levine in trades as Mobley misses both. DeRozan headline, interestingly, both were picked up in 3-team deals involving Sacramento, Chicago, and San Antonio. Sabonis spins, banks, scores, and gets fouled by Mobley as Sabonis has a chance for 3. It was Harrison Barnes who moved from Sacramento to
hands very, very well. You saw him go to his right as a left-handed player, and like I say, he's so sturdy. He's very, very strong. It's hard to displace him, and he comes at you. He's a whirling dervish. So Evan, back off of him just a little bit. Use that length. Same thing for Jared. Just use your length against a guy like that. He's so
Malik Monk is checked in. Jerome got a half step on him, but it's Sabonis with the steal. The big man rumbles into the forecourt, goes down the lane and lays it in. Sabonis has 12 first quarter points. Mitchell leaks out. He's pursued by Devin Carter, the rookie out of Providence. Mitchell steps back. That three is no good, and rebounded by Lyles.
A bit more patience on that offensive end by the Cavaliers. You always take advantage of opportunities, but like I talked about a second ago, we got to get back into the discipline of execution.
Malik Monk has not turned down many. That was a long distance three that was wide right. Mobley tipped out of bounds.
Things on the defensive end of the floor, or it's going to be a long evening. So I'm expecting them to do it in this quarter.
Yeah, one of those is off the break, right? They've been getting some easy points in the paint, certainly in the area to clean up there in that first quarter.
We're underway here in the second. We'll set the lineups for you in a moment as Monk slashes and misses as Mobley was there at the rim. Mobley is out here with Merrill, Jerome, Mitchell, and Isaac Okoro as a Mitchell three is no good. Tipped a number of times. Okoro almost pried it away from Jones, and then Merrill nearly took it away from Jonas Valanciunas, who has just checked in.
How do you like going from Sabonis to Valanciunas? My goodness, that's a long night's work, man.
That's a lot of inertia in there in that paint. Levine, shot clock winding down. Couldn't get the shot off as he was being badgered. That pass is picked off by Devin Carter. You got to look there at interim head coach Doug Christie as Monk slices inside. He'll feed the corner. Three is no good as that's tipped. Levine. Zach Levine cans a baseline jumper. 7 lead. Just over a minute into the second quarter. Mitchell weaves around a Mobley screen. Keeps Levine on his hip. He'll bank it up and bank it in.
Yeah, I want to see more of that where he's actually getting a pick so he can actually have some room to come off. And that creates the deficit because now you have two people trying to stop the backs and get you an open shot.
What a steal by Mitchell and what a finish by Mobley.
Nice job. Good job. Well, by Ty got it to the right guy and that orchestrator right there of Ty Jerome. Nice pass.
Valanciunas pulls his way inside back to Carter. Boy, Mitchell just plucked it away from Carter that last time down to set up the fast break. Valanciunas has it rejected by Evan Mobley.
Taking that body blow and still going up and like an erector set blocking that shot.
Mitchell rams into Jones, then went over the top of the rookie out of Washington State. Monk. Cross-court feed finds Levine. Levine looked to penetrate on Okoro. Isaac stayed put and forced a really. Rome has his head up. He'll stop. He'll fire. Monk was a plus 25 in 23 minutes Friday night in Charlotte in an easy 23-point Kings victory. Mobley broke up that Monk pass. Here's Okoro. Okoro storms toward the basket. Dumps to Merrill. Extra pass. Mitchell for three. Okoro's there. He'll take his time, had to dribble out of danger, eventually feed it to Mobley. Now it's Jerome. Jerome puts it on the floor, try to draw a foul. He doesn't get it, but he leans and scores and ties this game. But a handful of Cavs, including the core four, playing in low minutes in terms of their career numbers this season. And that's precisely what he's done. The idea being we want this team to be as healthy as possible in mid-April. And man, that is right around the corner. And here they are. Ty Jerome just came off that injury list as Monk goes to the basket. He gets fouled by Mitchell. So Monk will shoot free throws as Monk remains down. But it's been a season that
coaches want to have that opportunity to play multiple people and multiple players and rest their stars. But it just doesn't happen. And it's a little bit of a multifaceted offense. So you could fit a lot of different pieces into that puzzle.
Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley are all playing Brooklyn.
Wow.
And it's just right up and down in terms of the key guys and results in plays like these. Donovan Mitchell feeding Evan Mobley is just one win away from locking up home court advantage throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. Dean Wade's back in the lineup, so the Cavs are whole here with 5 to go. Valanciunas looking for an opening. He'll find one as the big man floats it up and in. Talking a little bit about those Suns, the Phoenix team is no secret with that huge payroll, and they need to go to work late Wade for three. Hey, knocks it down. Dean Wade back in that Cavalier lineup. The Kings host Phoenix on the final game of the season. The Kings have a 2-game lead on Phoenix for that 10th and final play-in spot. The Suns lead that season series, so the Kings are going to have to be 2 games clear of the Suns to prevent what would be a winner-take-all in Game 82 between the Kings and the Suns. So fans in Phoenix are pulling for the Cavs right here as Mobley takes the feed from Mitchell. He'll bank it up. There was a lot of contact. The Cavs bench again. Mitchell got hog-tied. He floats it up. Allen's back in the game. He'll float off to Strus. Okoro in the corner. Puts it on the floor. Takes it right past Levine. Isaac Okoro finger rolls and scores.
I like that move by Strong to the basket, knowing the contact's coming. He's not concerned with that. Turns the corner, no one's there. Nice job.
Garland's back in the ball game. That pass by Levine was a touch ambitious.
A dribble drive, get him off balance and layup.
The long rebound is grabbed by Strus. Strus feeds Okoro. Okoro for three. Hey, knocks it down as Serena has more on Isaac.
When Kenny was asked, Okoro was the first name that Kenny said. Remember, he missed so many games with that sprained right shoulder. So to see him right now find that form after that injury has been huge.
Cavalier defense is tightened here in the second quarter. Garland rebounds the Levine miss. 5.5 to go. Garland down the lane, hits Okoro, back to Garland. Now it's Wade. Wade for three. Okoro's in there again. He lays it in.
Great job by Okoro on the backboard. Very strong, getting those second chance opportunities. Isaac's done a great job keeping that ball alive.
Isaac Okoro and the Cavaliers have authored a...
Really has changed the narrative for the Cavs.
He is one of the easiest guys to root for.
Yeah.
He really is.
Hard-working guy, keeps to himself, very quiet, sneaky funny.
Yeah, does all the dirty work as Levine. That Cavalier lead is 45-41. It's a really good human to be around and really good passer too as he sets up Jared Allen.
That was perfect timing. Basket. He is a fine young man, and guard's usually the best on the other team that shoots the basketball night in and night out. Does a fine job.
Sabonis runs out of real estate, and guess who's there? Here comes Okoro. Off it goes to Garland through Garland's hands, and is scooped up by Ellis. The Kings have numbers 3-on-1. Sabonis. He now has 15 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Garland. That's rebounded by Lyles. Levine looks to work his way inside. He ducks under Strus and trims that Cavalier lead to 2. Ohio. Allen between the circles, hands off to Strus. Now Hunter for 3. Hunter nails the triple. Another pure stroke by DeAndre. That's his second 3 of this first half. Sabonis that time shoved out near the logo by Allen. Sabonis hands off to DeRozan. DeRozan operates that foul line. Dumps back to Ellis for 3. It's rebounded by Allen. That was a strong defensive possession by the Cavs.
Nice swing in on that possession on that defensive end. It's getting better and better as the Cavs play.
Strus, Allen, banks and score.
Keep putting pressure on this team. Keep making them have to make plays on the offensive end. Make them execute. You don't want side of the ball. Be very aggressive, talk, communicate, then get easy stuff on the other end, going inside with Okoro and Allen.
Levine off to Sabonis. Once again, Sabonis has all day. That time he missed the 3. It's batted toward Ellis, and the Kings reset with a fresh 14. DeRozan backs up. Sabonis flashes. He wants it in that post. DeRozan, however, will take a mid-range jumper and score. Cavs have limited DeRozan to just